Before I say anything else, you might be wondering why I chose to analyze this character. Am I right or not? You'll see why in a minute. So yeah, anyway. Hey guys, it's Jasper here. As I promised in the last video, today I'm gonna be doing some analysis on Starflight, the most insecure dragon who unexpectedly made me feel inspired. Personality wise, we ain't so different either, which I personally find appealing. So without further ado, let's get started with this analysis video. Also, just a quick note, this is all based on my opinion, so I am not looking for any conflicts or drama. So yeah, anyway, let's get on to the video. Okay, so if you were to ask me, or if you just happen to have a question laying around in your mind saying, who's the bravest character in Wings of Fire? I will straightforwardly answer Starflight. Now, being brave is not just about not being afraid of anything. That is possibly the most shallow definition of bravery. It's about building your courage, building up your courage to push yourself forward, even if you don't like it. Even if it scares you. You know you won't like it, but you put aside your insecurities and gut it anyway. That is what I call being brave. Right, let's compare Starflight to his polar opposite, aka Tsunami. Now you might be asking, why I think Starflight is the bravest? Why not Tsunami? Well, here's what I think. You see, Tsunami's efforts to place her insecurities aside and take risks aren't as significant as Starflight's. Like, she doesn't take risks in such a way that she's overwhelmingly afraid of it. She takes risks like it's just another stroll in the park. She's a mentally sturdy sea wing. You feel me here? While Starflight over here is all over the place. He's quick to overthink and becomes overwhelmingly anxious afterwards. Sometimes to the point where it becomes annoying to his friends. He is indeed a warrior. A worrying type of person. Someone who worries a lot, yeah, that. Now, with such immense anxiety and insecurities, it requires a lot more effort to push that aside and continue moving forward. Now, here's a part I sampled from the book that emphasizes my point. It may sound like a foot-high jump for Tsunami, but for Starflight, it is like leaping off a skyscraper. During the part when Starflight was chased by the replacement Dragonets, he had to jump into a gaping chasm to escape them. Now, the fact that the chasm was nothing but darkness further emphasizes his bravery. He never knew what's down there, waiting for him. It could possibly be a stalagmite, ready to impale him. Though he knew that turning back would mean that he had to fight off 5 dragons, in which he knew that he wouldn't stand a chance. So turning back was 100% a no-go. Therefore, he had to take the risk. Otherwise, he'll be toast. Quite literally. Because there's a Skywing, yes. At that point, I kid you not, I bet he just wanted to pull off one of his old hiding tricks. That is becoming a stalagmite. Just like how he acted back at the mountains. But that wasn't worth the risk. He had to jump, whether he likes it or not. Another thing that further emphasizes my reason to call this quote-unquote overwhelmingly anxious Nightwing Dragonet the bravest in Arc 1 has something to do with his weakness, which is something I identified in the 4th book. That is being apart from his friends. And I mean friends he grew up with, under the mountains, with the mean old guardians, for 6 whole years. He's been with them for his whole Dragonethood, and now, after being kidnapped by the Nightwings, he has to take on his journey without his friends. He felt powerless and small, but nevertheless, he kept pushing forward just to reunite with his friends, to save them from the Nightwings. No matter how unpleasant the Nightwing Kingdom smelled, no matter how early he might die from the smoke-filled air he breathed in, that plumed out of the volcano. No matter how many overwhelming choices he had to make, no matter the circumstances. At the end, he didn't just save his friends from the Nightwings attacking them. He did something even better. He brought peace between the Rainwings and the Nightwings. All this time, Nightwings have been kidnapping Rainwings for their own needs and torturing them afterwards. Then Starflight convinced the entire kingdom to drop their weapons and unite with the Rainwings. Predator and prey living happily ever after. Glory may have saved the entire Rainwing kingdom from their incompetent queen, but Starflight brought the best for two whole kingdoms. He would win a Nobel Peace Prize, and all he had to do was put aside his insecurities. And notice how he doesn't stutter now. We all know that Starflight used to stutter a lot, but now he's more than capable of talking back to Wicked Morris here without stuttering at all. Bro's got balls of steel. He ain't holding back no more. And that, my brothers and sisters, was how this Nightwing Dragonid made history. You know, I can easily put myself in his shoes, because I too am a person who's quick to overthink. Even though everything is perfectly normal. And also I'm afraid of heights. But that's beside the point, because, well, Starflight is a dragon, and he lived like a dragon his whole life, so surely taking off to the skies wouldn't be a problem for him. There are plenty of things I find relatable about Starflight, like his insecurities, you know? Most of them hit way too close to home. He's the reason I recently got over one of my greatest fears, which is globophobia, embarrassingly. Because soul-wise, me and him have no differences whatsoever. He barely has any confidence in himself, always so insecure. And to think that he would be able to do all that is like a calling, you know? It's like it's telling me to get over my fears and earn the rewards after. And let's take a moment to think about his crushing journey of loving Sunny. From the deepest level of my heart, I could totally relate, because I get crushes really freaking easily. And I'm already familiar with the mental chaos of having a crush. It's bittersweet. Sometimes it stresses you out, because you try to keep a good image. Other times, you're always full of spirit when they're around. So yeah, reading this book feels like hopping onto that ride again. A darn chaotic ride. That's why this Nightwing Dragonid deserves a special place in my heart. He is indeed a hero, plot-wise and personally speaking. Right, that's pretty much all I want to say about Starflight, the walking library. And yes, I did get a little bit personal at the end, but like, I just had to. It's getting over my fears. That's a good achievement. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I need to I need to vent, a positive vent at that. Yeah. So yeah, I don't really know what to say now. I'm kind of numb with emotions. Not gonna lie. So yeah. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed my analysis. It may sound biased, probably because I had a little bit of a personal experience, but like, it's based on my opinion anyway. I started, like I told you guys, it was based on my opinion, but like, yeah, just saying. Kind of sounds biased now that I just think of it. I really enjoy making this one as well, because well, one part I get to vent, and two, man, I think I just found my soul animal or something. A spirit animal, soulmate. Not soulmate. That's weird. Soul. I don't know. Soul character, maybe. Yeah, that. Let's call it that way. All right. With that being said, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I wish you all a good day. Peace.